Chosen one, God is about to give you more. Get ready. There comes a moment in the life of a chosen one when the heavens begin to stir with divine intention. This is not just a coincidence. It's not luck. It's not even something you could have anticipated with your own logic. This is the deliberate hand of God moving in your direction. You've been faithful in lack, resilient in storms, and focused when everything tried to scatter your mind. Now the spiritual clock is striking a new hour. The time for more has arrived. Not less, not barely enough, not maybe, not someday, but now. This is the time when God is about to give you more than you asked for, more than you prayed for, more than you imagined. Watch this video until the very end. There is a breakthrough woven into every word, and you don't want to miss the divine alignment that's being prepared for you. And write your warmest wishes in the comments, and write Amen along with the number 777. Let this be your spiritual agreement. Wishes come true when they are spoken with belief, typed with intention, and released into the atmosphere. Your words carry the vibration of your next reality. Release them with power. Now, chosen one, like this video, subscribe if you haven't subscribed to the channel, and let's begin. The reason things have been quiet lately isn't because God has forgotten you. It's because He's been planning something bigger behind the scenes. There are things in motion that are about to come to light. Doors that were locked are about to swing open without anyone touching them. Paths that seemed blocked are being cleared by invisible hands. You've been wondering when your moment will come, and the truth is, it has already begun. The signal has been sent from the heavens. The order has been issued. You are being positioned for a divine overflow. What's about to enter your life won't look like what you lost. It won't resemble what you've endured. It's going to be better, greater, and tailor-made for your next level. You didn't go through all that pain for nothing. You didn't survive the storm just to end up empty. God saw your tears. He heard the private prayers you whispered when no one else knew what you were battling. He watched as you gave to others while you were secretly breaking. And now, the God of recompense is showing up. Not with leftovers, not with crumbs, but with abundance. You are not being forgotten. You are being increased. You are being honored. You are being selected again. Not because you begged for it, but because it was always written. This is not just about money. This is about elevation. This is about expansion. This is about stepping into the magnitude of your calling. God is about to stretch your territory. He is about to broaden your reach. The influence that was once limited is about to multiply. You'll go further than your background said you could. You'll rise higher than your environment ever allowed. Because when God says more, it cancels every limitation that tried to chain you to less. There is a divine reason why you couldn't settle. That inner stirring that told you there was something greater for your life was not a delusion. It was revelation. God put that hunger in you because He knew He would be the one to feed it. The craving for impact, the desire for overflow, the vision for something unexplainable. It all came from the one who wrote your story before you took your first breath. He is the author, and He's writing the chapter of more right now. Some people laughed when you said you were expecting increase. They rolled their eyes when you mentioned that God was about to elevate you. But soon, those same people will be silenced, not by your words, but by what God does for you. Your results will speak. The fruit of your faith will be undeniable. And they'll realize that when God says, "Get ready," it's not hype, it's prophecy. You might have felt small lately. You might have questioned your worth. But none of that changes the truth that's unfolding. You are about to receive more. Not because you forced it, not because you manipulated anything, but because you stayed true, because you kept believing, because your heart stayed open even when it was breaking. That posture invited heaven into your life. That humility magnetized divine favor. The shift will happen subtly at first. You'll notice that things begin to work out in ways you didn't orchestrate. You'll see people being moved out of the way and new opportunities slipping quietly into your hands. You won't have to chase. You won't have to fight. This next level is not about striving. It's about receiving. God is guiding the increase to you. Like a stream that knows where to flow, like a river that knows its course, the more that belongs to you is flowing straight into your life. You're not going to beg for what's already yours. You're not going to plead for what God already placed in your spiritual account. You're going to walk into it. You're going to rise into it. You're going to live in it. Because what's coming is not just a gift. It's an answer. You've been asking. You've been seeking. You've been knocking. And now, it's time for the door to open wide. The version of you that's about to emerge is bolder. It's brighter. It's freer. And it's fully aligned with the assignment God placed on your life. This version of you doesn't play small. It doesn't shrink to fit in. It expands. It creates space. It makes room for overflow. The more that's coming requires a version of you that believes again, dreams again, and dares to expect again. The beauty is that you don't have to figure everything out. You don't have to map out every detail. God has already orchestrated what's next. Your job is simply to prepare your spirit, to awaken your faith, to stretch your hands and heart wide open and say, I'm ready. Because that's what this season demands. A readiness. A deep, quiet knowing that what's ahead is greater than what's behind. God is about to upgrade your life in ways that will make sense only in hindsight. You'll look back and see that every delay was protection. Every closed door was redirection. Every lonely season was preparation. You'll realize that what looked like being overlooked was actually divine insulation. God was covering you, hiding you, storing up your blessings until the appointed time. And that time is now. You've entered into the turning point, the sacred intersection between who you've been and who you're about to become. There is no going back now. The heavens have released their signal, and the atmosphere around you is already shifting. You may not hear it with your ears, but your spirit has been sensing it. There's been a pressure, a subtle shaking, a divine agitation in your environment. And that's because God is preparing the stage for your more. He's not just adding to your life randomly. He's building the foundation for something sustainable, something eternal, something legendary. You weren't designed to live in cycles of survival forever. You were created to experience waves of divine provision, seasons of divine rest, and dimensions of divine clarity. And now, the old is breaking. The patterns that used to limit you are dissolving. The cycles that used to trap you are unraveling. The voices that used to confuse you are being silenced. God is cleansing the path before He floods it with blessings. And what He's sending isn't small. It's not subtle. It's not a sample. It's a supernatural supply. The signs are subtle, but they are undeniable. Suddenly, you don't crave the same distractions. Suddenly, your tolerance for anything unaligned has vanished. You're seeing through illusions. You're sensing energies more clearly. And that's not random. That's not mood. That's awakening. That's alignment. That's God stretching your awareness so you can hold more. Because the more you're about to receive requires a deeper spiritual lens, a sharper inner compass, a cleaner energetic field. He's not just handing you things. He's transforming you to match what's already yours. The version of you that accepted less is no longer welcome in the space you're about to walk into. That version that used to apologize for existing, that watered down their potential to be liked, that dimmed their light to fit in, that version is being retired. You can feel it. You're not interested in surface anymore. You're not trying to impress anymore. You're not even trying to explain anymore. That's because God is giving you more identity, more power, more stability, more truth. He's grounding you so you can carry the weight of what's on the way. You're not being called to hustle harder. You're being called to align deeper. Because this next outpouring is not about effort. It's about inheritance. You've already paid in obedience. You've already waited in silence. You've already sacrificed in private. And now, the reward is arriving. Quietly, boldly, without warning, without apology, You're about to live in what you used to only imagine. You're about to touch what you once only saw in dreams. Don't be surprised when doors open with no explanation. Don't panic when people begin to fall away without conflict. Don't question the sudden ease, the clarity, the grace. That's God confirming His word. That's God proving that He keeps His promises. That's God showing that more was never a maybe. It was always a matter of divine timing, and the time is now. There are things that will happen in these coming days that will make you stop in awe. You'll ask yourself, how did this even come to me? And the answer will be simple. God. Not coincidence, not connection, not credentials, just God. Because He's about to make it undeniably clear that He is the one giving you more. Not man, not systems, not institutions, not algorithms, but Him. And when God gives, it comes with peace. It comes with confirmation. It comes with expansion and protection in the same breath. You'll begin to notice your energy increasing. Not because you're resting more, but because something within is being reignited. Your passion will return. Your motivation will rise. Your enthusiasm will bubble up without force. That's because more has a sound, and your spirit has heard it. The rhythm of your future is beating louder, and your soul is dancing to it already. You're going to start glowing again. And not because of what's happening externally, but because of the agreement taking place in your spirit. You're beginning to agree with God again. You're beginning to agree with the truth of your calling, and agreement activates acceleration. You're going to notice divine speed. What took years will happen in days. What felt stuck will flow. What was blurry will suddenly make sense. Because agreement is a gateway, and you've just walked through it. Don't underestimate how quickly God can move. One shift in the spirit can realign your entire life. One whisper from heaven can open doors that were bolted shut for decades. One yes from God can silence every no you've ever heard. That's what's happening now. Your yes moment has arrived. The green light is here. The delay has been canceled. The overflow is being released. The people connected to your next chapter will be drawn to you without confusion. The resources you need will arrive without manipulation. The platforms meant for you will be given without competition. Because when God says it's your time, it doesn't matter who agrees. The only signature needed was already signed in heaven. And now, it's unfolding. What's coming to you isn't just a reward. It's a reminder. A reminder that God didn't forget about the silent seasons. A reminder that every unseen seed you planted in faith is now bearing fruit. A reminder that heaven keeps track of everything you gave when you had barely enough for yourself. God saw it all. Every private cry, every quiet moment of trust, every act of generosity in the middle of your own struggle. None of it was wasted. It was recorded. It was multiplied. And now, it is being returned to you, pressed down, shaken together, and overflowing. This more is not coming to disrupt you. It's coming to deliver you. It's coming to release you from cycles you didn't even realize you were stuck in. This is more than just physical increase. This is a divine breaking of spiritual ceilings. God is dismantling the limits that have hovered over your bloodline for generations. He's not just blessing you, He's rewriting the story through you. You're about to become the turning point, the evidence, the living proof that divine favor trumps generational bondage. Chosen one, you were born for this moment. The evidence is already building. The signs are already flashing. The breakthroughs are already pressing against the veil of your reality. There's no need to force anything. God is opening what no man can shut. He is preparing you to carry something weighty and glorious, something the old version of you could never hold. The healing that is rushing in isn't random. It's part of the preparation. The release from past burdens isn't coincidental. It's strategic. God is clearing space within you so the more won't crush you. It will crown you. You're not being called into this new season empty-handed. You are stepping in with wisdom. You are walking in with spiritual intelligence. You are rising with experience, with depth, with a heart that has been refined in fire. That's what makes you different. You're not chasing validation anymore. You've been through too much to be distracted by shallow approval. You're chasing purpose. You're chasing alignment. You're staying close to the voice that led you this far. And that voice is still speaking, still guiding, still pouring, still declaring, "I'm giving you more." That inner tug you feel is not anxiety, it's anticipation. Your soul knows something is about to shift. Your dreams are intensifying. Your awareness is expanding. Your prayers have changed tone. They're no longer desperate. They're expectant. That's how you know you've grown. You're not begging for crumbs. You're holding out your hands for overflow. You're not trying to convince God. You're agreeing with Him. You're not surviving. You're preparing to steward. The more that's coming doesn't require a performance. It doesn't require you to pretend. It only asks you to be present. Present with your gift. Present with your heart. Present in your truth. Because what God is about to release into your life isn't something you work for. It's something you're ready for. This is the manifestation of years of private devotion, obedience, faith, and transformation. The enemy tried to delay this moment, tried to exhaust you before you arrived here, tried to distract you with chaos, tried to confuse your identity, but it didn't work. You're still here. You're still standing. You're still open. And that's all God needed. A vessel. A heart that stayed open through the wilderness. A soul that didn't shut down when the pressure rose. You became the opening through which heaven could pour. The more you're stepping into is going to shock even you. Not because you didn't believe, but because God always outdoes expectation. He doesn't give according to your comfort. He gives according to His capacity, and His capacity is infinite. That's why things are expanding so rapidly now. That's why the spiritual intensity has increased. You're closer than ever to a release that's going to redefine your life. You may have lost things along the way, people, opportunities, seasons, but none of that disqualified you. In fact, it only purified you. It refined your character. It proved your commitment. It deepened your reliance on the one who never left. So now, when the more arrives, you'll know exactly where it came from. You'll never confuse the source. You'll never bow to the blessing. You'll worship the giver. And when it shows up, it will come with clarity. It will carry peace. It will align with your inner knowing. There will be no confusion, no chaos, no contradiction. You'll look at it and know, this is from God. Because it will match the prayers you cried when no one else heard you. It will reflect the vision you kept hidden in your heart when others laughed at your dreams. It will feel like home, not because it's familiar, but because it's finally time. This is more than an upgrade. This is an unfolding. God is peeling back layers of possibility you didn't even know existed. He's inviting you into a realm where supernatural becomes normal, where timing bends in your favor, where things just start to happen for you, and all you can say is, only God. That's where you're heading. There is a moment of stillness before the greatest shifts, a quiet before the doors burst open, and right now, you're standing in that stillness. Not because nothing is happening, but because everything is being aligned. Behind the curtain of your current reality, there is movement. There are divine hands rearranging, repositioning, and reordering circumstances to serve your destiny. What feels like a pause is actually preparation. What looks like silence is strategic. And what feels like delay is disguised acceleration. This more isn't about impressing the world. It's about fulfilling a divine assignment. It's about being positioned to carry what only you were chosen to carry. Not everyone could survive what you've survived. Not everyone would have kept going. But you did. And that resilience wasn't in vain. That commitment wasn't overlooked. It was noticed. And now, it's being rewarded. When God releases more into your life, it never comes just to serve you. It comes to flow through you. You become a vessel of divine abundance, a river of impact, a channel of blessing. That's why you had to be stretched. That's why your capacity had to be increased. God wasn't punishing you. He was preparing you to handle something larger than your name, something heavier than your past, something holier than your plans. You've been asking for the next level, but God is bringing you to a new dimension. This is not a promotion, it's a transformation. It's a spiritual metamorphosis. The way you think is changing. The way you feel is evolving. The way you move is shifting. And all of this is necessary because more requires maturity. Not perfection, but spiritual depth, emotional grounding, and unwavering faith. Chosen one, you are becoming. And it's beautiful. It's not loud, it's not flashy, but it's undeniable. The glow in your spirit, the steadiness in your voice, the calm in your presence, it's all evidence of divine refinement. People may not understand it. Some may distance themselves, but that's okay. Not everyone can go where you're being sent. Not everyone will recognize the frequency you now carry. That's the price of elevation. The higher you rise, the fewer people breathe the air you do. But don't mourn the separation. Celebrate the clarity. You're not losing anything. You're making room. Room for the relationships that match your next. Room for the wisdom that supports your mission. Room for the peace that guards your purpose. Room for the abundance that flows from above, not from effort. God is making space in your life by removing what no longer resonates with the higher version of you. The more you're stepping into will require fewer words and more presence. You won't need to convince people anymore. Your life will speak. The favor on you will be so evident that explanations will become unnecessary. People will feel the shift. They'll sense the authority. They'll recognize the divine current that flows through everything you do. You're not just stepping into a blessing, you're stepping into a blueprint. God is handing you instructions, insights, and divine downloads that will unlock new doors and birth new visions. Ideas will flow with ease. Solutions will emerge from silence. Connections will appear at the perfect moment. And you'll know without a doubt, this is not chance. This is strategy from heaven. What's being added to your life now is protected. It won't come with chaos. It won't be snatched away. It won't be corrupted. Because God isn't just giving you more. He's guarding it. He's placing a shield around what's sacred. You won't have to fight to keep what's been given. You'll simply need to honor it, steward it, and grow within it. Your hands are being anointed to handle increase. Your voice is being tuned to speak with influence. Your presence is being infused with peace. And it's all because God trusts you. He trusts you with more. That trust didn't come lightly. It came through process. It came through pain. It came through private moments of obedience when no one else saw what you were surrendering. And now, it's time.